So we keep getting asked, what is the difference between the RFN Stealth Edition and the SUR and LBX? Whilst these bikes are very similar, they are also very different. So the RFN has a central mounted display that displays basic information like battery gauge, mileage and also speed. Also it will display modes when you ready the bike up, so you can flick through the modes on the left hand side and that will just basically display what mode you are on the screen. Over to the SUR. The display is very basic, it displays speed and just mileage. There's no battery gauge indicator there. However, on the SUR it is just down here, under the battery lid. You can press the button, you can get a display reading there of the battery level. Speaking of the battery, the SUR and LBX has a 60 volt 40 amp hour battery, whereas the RFN Stealth Edition has a 74 volt 35 amp hour battery, which means realistically the SUR and LBX will have a lot more range but a little bit less power. Another key difference with the RFN is that it doesn't have a light, whereas the SUR and LBX is fitted with an LED bright headlight for nighttime riding. Moving down to the drivetrain system, the SUR and LBX has a motor and jackshaft assembly, meaning it's driven by a primary belt. However, on the RFN it's a direct drive, meaning the chain is directly connected to the motor. The differences between these two bikes is that this SUR could have a belt snappage every now and again, whereas the RFN wouldn't. The next difference is wheel size. The SUR and LBX comes with a 19-inch front and 19-inch rear rim, and the RFN comes with a 19-inch front and an 18-inch rear, more of an MX style bike. You can also see here that the RFN comes with a more chunkier tyre as standard, whereas on the SUR it doesn't. However, you could upgrade this at a later date if you need to. So now let's talk top speed. The SUR and LBX would have a top speed of 50 miles per hour, whereas the RFN Stealth Edition would have a top speed of 60 miles per hour. This would be obviously in full rocket mode, whereas this would be just normal sport mode. And if we talk about customizability, the SUR definitely outweighs the RFN. There's various parts brands and different upgrades available for the SUR, whereas the RFN, due to it being quite new, hasn't got that out yet. There is many different controllers, batteries and upgrade kits available for the SUR, whereas the RFN, it hasn't got that out yet. In terms of pricing, the RFN comes in at £3,895, whereas the SUR and LBX comes in at £3,999. There's a £100 difference in price. If you'd like any more information on the e-bikes that we stock, then please view the website or give us a call on 0330 311 0854.